Right, are we live? So apparently I've lost the knack for setting up live streaming on YouTube, but hopefully it says excellent signal, so that's good. Let's get going. Because a few hours ago I started a stream where I was continuing my flight sim adventures, and I figured it would be funny, or fun, depending on how you look at it, to try and take the J3 Cub up to Mount Everest. That didn't work because not only does this plane not really fly at those altitudes, it struggled to start, it struggled to maintain running, and then once I realised I was actually travelling in the wrong direction, where the mountains weren't half as high as they were going to get, I ended up crashing. So then I switched to something more powerful initially. What was it? Oh, the Mall Orion. That also crashed because it just, couldn't go high enough. And then I tried I think it was this one, the King Air 350, which had its challenges taking off because the airport I chosen had a very, very, very short runway. So I need something with a lot of power that can take off very easily. Now, I think this is kind of cheating a bit. So this is a Moraine Saulnier, which I think was it was a prototype aircraft, but it takes off easily, handles well, lands easily, etc. And we are going for, what's the closest VNLK? Lukla Airport, which is some miles southwest of the tip of Mount Everest. And let's do this summertime in the day so we can see where we're going. And yeah, so let's get going and see how. Oh wait, I need to make sure I'm actually on the right runway, because I made the mistake of trying to take off from runway 24, which takes us in exactly the opposite direction to where we need to go, whereas runway 6 is all but on track for heading directly to Mount Everest. So let's get going. Let's have a little in-flight drink here. Lovely. Well, waiting for this to load, I will reiterate, as I mentioned in, I think it was yesterday's stream. Don't do that. Oh, yeah, as you can see, big mountains. Anyway, as I was saying, as I mentioned in yesterday's stream, I have... Why is that? It's like someone's enabled slew mode, but it's not actually... parking brake on. Anyway, yeah, I've got modifications to improve the visuals of mountains and mountainous terrain. So, despite this game being nearly 20 years old, flying around in the Himalayas is quite the challenge, because these peaks are massive. And we are currently at 10,000 feet. We've got to get up to 27,000 fairly quickly to get to Mount Everest. And what I had to do earlier was actually fly around to the left through that valley and then ascend behind this mountain here. The landing wasn't so smooth. Needless to say, I crashed. So let's get a little bit of flap going. Give it full belly and hope for the best. Hopefully we don't just sort of plop off the end. Okay, so the altimeter's calmed down now. It's no longer spinning endlessly. Ugh. Yeah, we're gonna have to drop off the end here because gear up and nope. Okay, we're gonna retry that. If we were going the opposite direction, you can actually just drop it down for about 2,000 feet, gain some speed, turn around and do it that way. But what we're going to do is actually push back. There we go. Because if I show you from the top down view, yeah, we've got all of this. So we've just tried using all of that to take off. But yeah, if you drop down the opposite end, you can actually go into this valley, get some speed, turn around, blah blah blah. Tiny little runway. So this is a mountain right in front of us, so we'll likely have to go around. And then Mount Everest, I believe, is one of these peaks over here somewhere. It's not this one, it's like this one here. How's that pushback doing? Yeah, still going. Got a lot of grass area to use. We'll use the grass area to basically do at least get the first 40 knots underway with, and then use the tarmac to get up to what speed do we need? Hopefully 120. I think this can take off around 120. We'll see. If I get the engine spooling up now. One thing you'll notice, this gauge is incorrect. This is a gauge for a turboprop, but this does have a jet engine. Okay, so there we go. Full throttle, no flaps this time. My first captain has apparently disappeared. Oh, getting a bit wavy up here. Oh, that really hasn't helped. I only just hit 40 knots there. Come on. Gear up. Get some speed. Nope. Let's try that again. Maybe this is not the right aircraft, or maybe I need to go the other way. So what we're going to do instead is do a U-turn. Yeah, let's go up to the other end of the maybe there's an altitude thing, because normally this plane takes off quite easily. Okay. Maximum flaps. And go on, turn and burn. So we need to do this diagonally. So start on the left, aim to the right, because there is a little hill. And then just before the end we turn right. There we go. Just like that. And dive right, make sure we don't hit the mountain. Flaps up. There we go. 5-star pilot. So where we took off from was actually above where we are now. That's, yeah, scary. Okay. So we need to climb up and out of this valley. What the hell's going on there? There's a hole in the valley on the right. Where that road runs through. Okay, let's see if we can get a little height. What we're doing speed-wise. 180. 130, 120, moving speed, let's level off. Come on. Gotta climb better than this. Okay, I'm going to have to go all the way out of this valley. Ooh. Dip in there. Let's just set that. Let's get altitude 30,000. Cool. Is that set? Still way below some of these peaks, and these aren't even the highest ones yet. Carry on to the right. So I believe this here is the peak of Everest. I have to get higher quicker than that. Dodge this mountain, stick to the valleys, not climbing quite as quick as I'd like to, hanging on to 200 knots. So is it that one? One of these. See if we can get bit more of a vertical speed out of this thing. Go for the top down view. Yeah, so somewhere I really should memorize where it is. That looks tall, but there's nothing compared to what's in front of us. That looks tall as well. Did I do gear up? Yeah. So what we'll do, this thing isn't going to climb all the way up there just yet, so we'll go around the left, then bank right, fly around Everest and back to the airport, or maybe we'll go to a different airport, try and get an actual landing, because that Lukla airstrip is so tough to land at, because one approach is directly down the mountain and the other approach is up a mountain and around what's basically a big hill. Oh, we're losing airspeed. Oh, this is not ideal. Dare I put a flap down? Holy crap, how close. I don't know what it is about the physics in this game, but whenever you get near mountains, planes just get sucked down. What's the vertical speed set at? So I seem to be stuck at 21,000 feet. So I'm about 6,000 feet short of the peak. Okay. you can see by the wingtips, are basically just pointing up. Oh wait, are we going back? No, we're not going up, I know that much. Maybe I'll have to circle the peak a couple of times, see if we can get up to speed, or not up to speed, but up to altitude. Let's go for... Oh no. How close was that? Peak all the way up there, come on. Where are we at? 22,000. At this rate I'm going to have to land, get out and walk. At least we're regaining speed up to about 160 knots now, which is good. Don't think I can take this next turn too sharply, it's way too high. And for that second gap in the ridge, no, it's too high up. Let's go around the big gap. Could have possibly cleared it, but could have also possibly not. Second time round there. At least this time round we are a good 2,000 feet higher than we were before. So we're back up to nearly 200 knots. Let's try and get this vertical speed up a bit. Go 700 feet a minute. the rudder for turning a bit, keep the wings level. Or as close to level as possible, just to make the ascent easier. Where are we now? 24,000 feet. At about 190 knots. What's our actual one? Ground speed 260 knots. Okay, we can make these turns a bit closer now. Just trying to get these wings level. Good. Come on. Stop fighting me. Speed is dropping again. $25,500 feet. Speed about 180 knots. Indicator airspeed. Come on, nearly there. Let's just get outside visual. What a peak. So you know that photo you can see online where there's hundreds of people all in a line walking across the ridge of a mountain? I believe that's, I can't point to my finger because I can't see it there, but I believe that's up between those two peaks there. 6.7 airspeed coming down. Let's drop the vertical speed a bit. Look at those sheer cliff faces. To think people walk along the edge of that, that's just insane. Altitude 27,500 feet. Getting a bit closer. I think we should be able to split that ridge as we are up high enough. Yep. It's got that 20,000 feet. Here we are, just cruising by the peak of Mount Everest at 170 knots. Good thing there's no photorealistic imagery here, otherwise you'd see a load of dead bodies. That's crazy. Now consider visiting Everest. Okie dokie. Let's go find an airport. Let's see, so that's where we came from. Let's see what VNTR Tumlintar. Okay. Oh, get rid of that. Let's set this to GPS mode. Wherever that button is. Never find the button. Should be more obvious. What's this? Let's use the answers on the postcard. Where is no, those are lights. Speed brakes down the side. Landing gear tucked away where you can't reach it. Select cage. Might as well turn it on. I'm at a bit of a loss here. Let's set this to GPS mode. Hidden buttons down here. No, nothing up here. No, canopy's not functional. Start fuel pump, that's all engine related. Okay, gonna have to navigate this one manually. close to course 160 or something like that, wasn't it? Bearing 176, so about 180. Enable heading maintain, one button, 180 from there, so that's good enough. It says we're about 10 minutes away. Bearing 190. Massive mountains. Crazy. Absolutely crazy. Okay, how far away are we? 8 minutes apparently. Let's start dropping down. Whip. Probably going to drop a bit more than that, a bit faster even. So it's still the closest V and BJ that's okay. Is this the length? I don't know what. I need to learn this stuff. I'm not an avionics person per se. I need to learn what this means hopefully that's the length of the runway. We'll see. Fair enough. Let's have another little in-flight refreshment. Judging by this landscape, I'm going to have to get drastic about dropping some height here. We get down to 10,000 feet, about 4,000 feet per minute. It'll take us just over 3 minutes to get there. We're 4 minutes away. Do a little flyover, see what it looks like, see where the runway is pointing. Throttle back a bit. Don't want to go into an overspeed situation. So what's that, 20 miles out? Okay, so I reckon if we go in this valley, yeah. So we follow this valley down. The runway should probably be in the clearing. I think I can see it, in fact, over there. Yeah, that's it there. Yeah, so we'll follow this valley as it snakes around. Should make for an interesting approach and landing. Carrying a lot of speed at the moment. We're looking at 400 knots. I'm not getting an overspeed warning, so I'm not going to complain too much. I will throttle back a bit more, go to 30%. Okay, it is dropping now, because I did take a bit of a deep dive into this valley there. Make sure we're following it nicely. I'm gonna maybe take a little shortcut here to the left. Over this hill. It seems it's more like a shoulder, really. It's a bit flattened off. And hopefully, in a moment, the runway will become clear to me. Oh yeah, there it is. Lights. Where did the lights go? Whoa. bit of a weird setup. It's like on a raised platform, basically. Right, look. Wait, lights are down here. Let's go. Lights, nav lights, beacon, landing lights. Let's get some flaps out. Not expecting to see any pappy lights at this airfield, so we'll just feel it out. We'll do throttle, dial it back. Still at 200 knots, probably a bit too fast, but it'll be fine. I think this airstrip might actually make a better starting base for the Mt Everest excursion, because you don't have that steep climb straight away. Although this does appear to be a grass airstrip as opposed to tarmac. Oh, why am I being, is there wind here? I'm being blown over to one side. Oh. Come on, keep stable. There's a bumpy landing, but here we are. No taxiways here to escort us off, so I will just park it on the side, as you do when you're dogging. Oh wait, what? Ah, hidden taxi lights, is that? Yeah, great game engine. I love an approach. Yeah, nice. There we go. Okay, well, that was the little mission that I wanted to do this morning. Slightly different plane, different landing spot. Well, I actually landed it as opposed to crashing it. Did have a few crashes on the takeoff, but it is what it is. And let's see. There you can just about follow. There we are, following a valley up, and then so we did 1, 2, 3 ways around, and then we headed out. Headed out one way. Oh yeah, that's when I was trying to figure out where we're supposed to go. If we just turned south immediately from there, it would have probably saved about 5 minutes of the travel time. And there we are, landed in the valley of, I don't know, Kathmandu, wherever. Okay, dokes, that's going to do it for now until the next one, which will be whenever, I don't know yet, but we'll see. Catch ya. Oh, I should probably stop the stream first, shouldn't I?